Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? I'm rearranging my cups in my car. I have my coffee cup right here that's empty. And then I got an orange juice because Tanya wanted me to take her to get a fountain pop and I was craving orange juice. So I went and got orange juice. I'm gonna plug in my phone. This is my charger. We just got done with our meeting. And then I took Tanya to get a fountain pop. And then I took her home. And now I am vlogging. It's been kind of a long day. And tomorrow I have an even longer day. I have all kinds of stuff tomorrow. So I'm like already trying to figure out how I'm going to, oh wait, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make videos tomorrow. And I'm not really sure yet. So, we will figure it out though, somehow. Alex and his brother went to, turn this music down. They went to the Pacer game tonight. Alex asked me if I wanted to go last week because he got tickets to the Pacer game. And I was like, no, not really. I've gone a couple times. One time, no, 2 or 3 times. Alex gets Pacer tickets a lot, and people give them to him. And he likes to go, not necessarily because he loves basketball, because we just see a lot of people that we know. It's very social, you know? So I just talked to him, and now they're going to some cigar bar downtown called Burn. And they're meeting up with some people that they saw the Pacer game. So that'll be fun for them to do anyway, you know? Have some brotherly love kind of time and just kind of hang out. And Tanya and I went to the meeting tonight, and then like I said, we went and I took her to get a fountain pop, and then I dropped her off, and now I'm vlogging. I'm kind of tired. I got up today, and it has been, this weather is really starting to wear on me. It's been like rainy, misty, rainy, gross for like 3 days now. And I'm ready for it to be a little bit nicer. So, oh my God, it's so funny. Cool in the Gang Ladies Night is on the radio right now. And yeah, I'm just really tired of this weather. It's just kind of getting me down a little bit. So I got up today and I had to go run some errands. I went and got coffee, talked to some friends on the phone, but I was really listening to my audiobook. I'm listening to The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson, which is the 3rd part of the Truly Devious series. And I'm really liking it. I did a video about it on my booktube channel today. Well, I didn't do it about it. I did a booktube update and I kind of talked about it a little bit on there, so I won't talk about it tonight. But then I came home and I filmed a drama video, and I filmed a Peterisms video, and I filmed a booktube video and a review video, and I put my vlog up. So I put up 5 videos today, which I was like, damn, I got a lot done. And I took a shower. But I didn't. I just put on this sweatshirt and this hat. Oh, I guess my hair doesn't look too bad though. I'll take my hat off. I used my new Lush Nana shampoo. It's called Nana, like bananas. It's so nice. And I don't remember what. Oh, and then I just used this conditioner that Alex uses, which is like a volumizing conditioner, which you can see it like didn't volumize my hair at all, but whatever. I just threw on a hat afterwards because I was in a hurry because I want to make sure I got Tanya on time, because Tanya was the secretary for the meeting tonight, so we had to make sure that we were there a little bit early. And yeah, that was that. It was a good meeting. We had a good meeting. And tomorrow I have my personal training at 1, and I'll probably be there for like an hour because she'll have me do cardio or something afterwards, I think. And then I have a massage. It's like my day is like dun, dun, dun. And then I have a massage at 3:30, which is for like an hour and 15 minutes. So that'll go till, I won't get out of there till 4:45 or 5. And then we're leaving to go to Rufus de Sol. Rufus de Sol is tomorrow night downtown. And I asked Alex tonight, I was like, what time is it tomorrow? And he goes, I don't know, I think 6, which feels really early for me to go. That just seems really early for me. It seems really early to me to go see a concert, so I have a feeling it's probably not that early. But But still, I'm gonna have to like get a lot of stuff done rather early in the day. If I leave, okay, so I'll get done with my training like 2, get home, I could get home at like 2:30. I could probably film 2 videos in that time. So I'll at least get like 2 videos done, maybe 1 or 2 videos done in that time tomorrow, and then film another one when I get home afterwards. I had said this last time after I went to my massage, that I think on the days that I have a massage, I just need to get my stuff done beforehand, because I'm so tired when I come home from my massage. I'm just so relaxed and stuff that I don't feel like doing anything else. So I just need to like plan it out, which will be good for tomorrow night, because I can come home and I can just like relax a little bit and then take a shower and get ready for tomorrow night. But I don't want to feel like I have all this stuff that I have to do when I come home, because the last time after my massage, I just was like in relaxation central. And we like are going with a bunch of people tomorrow night. Carlos and Liliana are going to Rufus to Soul, and Melissa and Jason are going, and some other of our friends are going, so it'll be fun. I'm real excited about it. It's supposed to be snowing tomorrow though, which will be not fun. It's supposed to, like, the temperature is supposed to drop tonight. It's 34 right now. It's supposed to drop, and then it's supposed to get really, really cold, so we'll see. We will see. Yeah, and that's my day tomorrow. And then Thursday, I don't really have a whole lot of anything. And then Friday, I have a sobriety thing in the afternoon, but then other than that, I don't have anything. So we'll just see how the Friday goes. I wanted to use all of my new products tonight, like, while I was getting ready and stuff. Oh, I did use my new lotion too, my new hemp's lotion. So if you didn't see on my review channel yesterday, I did, which will be 2 days out for you guys, I did a haul video, a Lush and Ulta haul, and I showed everything that I bought. And one of the things that I bought was this hemp's lotion. I love that hemp's lotion. And I got like green tea and Asian pear, I think is what it was called, because I wanted something that was like smells like spring and, you know, is refreshing. So I got that, and it's fantastic. I can't see past the semi to turn. It was huge FedEx semi. And I really, really like this lotion. I used it tonight when I got out of the shower. Battles are won within, Marines. Thank you to anybody out there that has has a family member or a friend that's in the service, any area of the service, and thank you if you are in the service. There was a period of time, it was funny, that it was funny because it kind of surprised me that there was like a whole, what do you call it, like battalion, but what's the word? Oh my god, the camera, I didn't even see that it did that. What's the word that I'm looking for? It was like an army unit, you know? And they would all watch my videos every single day on my Peter Monn channel. And they would send me messages and stuff, and it was really sweet. I think they were stationed in Afghanistan, and it was really sweet that, like, they would, like, say, like, thank you for, like, you know, you make us laugh and whatever. And it just meant so much to me, especially, you know, coming from our servicemen and women, to see that. And I just was like, I thought that was a cool thing. Okay, I don't have a whole lot more to say, so there's the end of the vlog today. I already knew coming into it today it was going to be a short vlog, but I was like, well, I mean, I guess unless I start talking about something that I just can't stop talking about, but I don't know what that would be. I knew I should have got a fountain pop instead of orange juice, because now my orange juice is almost gone and I'm thirsty. But I might pull through McDonald's down here. We'll have to see. Oh, my Lanta. Anyway. I was like looking for the cap to this. Oh shoot, it fell on the floor and now it's over there. How are you guys doing tonight? wondering when this snow that we're supposed to get is supposed to happen. I should pull in here to Shell and see if the show. Okay, this car is like trying to take over, so I guess I won't do that. I should pull in somewhere, and I'll pull in when I get up here. Look at the weather and see. I've got the station on, and it's 54 studio. Oh no, it's 54 Studio 54 radio, like disco from back in the day. And they're playing like all the hits tonight. Oh, I need to give a little birthday shout out to Katie. Happy birthday, Katie. Katie said her birthday's the 25th, and she asked for a shout out. So this will be on the 26th, so you'll see this. But happy birthday, Katie. Little shout out. I hope your birthday was fantastic. And then, what was the other thing I wanted to comment on? Deirdre said something. I was trying to remember. I will tell you something that kind of made me sad, but it was like a nice suggestion, but I don't know why it got me kind of sad, because I hadn't thought of it. I was talking the other day about all of this stuff that I have of peepees, like all the little hats and, you know, things, the shirts and clothes that people have sent us, and then all the things I purchased, all the costumes I purchased through the years. You know, he wore a lot of it in videos and stuff like that, his little aviator glasses and whatnot. And Hassie, who has watched my vlog forever, and I love you, Hassie, you know that. She's been so kind. She sent gifts to my nephews for Christmas one year, and she's just been wonderful. But she suggested, she said, why don't you send that stuff, I'm assuming that's what she meant, why don't you send that stuff to Poncino, the Chihuahua from Italy? So if you don't know, like, one of my favorite channels is Nick and Poncho. It's N-I-C and Poncho. And Nick is this Italian guy, and Poncho, who he calls Poncino, is his little Chihuahua, who is 10, and he's very sweet. And I love that channel so much. And I used to joke with Pee-Pee, like, I don't know if you guys talk to your dogs, but I talk to my dogs all the time. And I would watch the videos in bed, and Pee-Pee would just like sit there, and he would lay, you know, I mean, he wasn't really probably watching it, but I would lay there and I'd be like, look, Pee-Pee, there's Poncino. There's your friend Poncho, Pee-Pee. And I would say, one day, Pee-Pee, you and I are going to be in a video with Poncho. So when I saw that come up tonight, I just was like, that's such a sweet idea, but like, in all honesty, I don't know that I can part with that stuff, you know? It's so hard because like Boo and Tucker are such reminders to me of Pee-Pee. But I'm like trying so hard to be like a good dad to them, you know, and still be fun and everything, like at the same time, like not getting sad about Pee-Pee, and it's just really hard. I miss that little guy so much. You know, I think the hard thing about grieving is like, at first it just seems like surreal, you know? And then it's like you start reaching this point of kind of acceptance that they're gone. And I think that's almost harder sometimes than kind of like the surreal denial at the beginning, because it's like when you kind of start accepting it, it's like life has gone on, you know, like, and it's not going back to how it was. And I think that almost sometimes at the beginning, it's like you kind of like play imagination in your head, like, you know, like they're not coming back, but you kind of like, you can kind of play with the fantasy in your head of like, well, you know, like, you know, what it was like, or if they could come back or whatever, you know. And it's like, I think when you kind of start getting to the acceptance point where you're like, they're not coming back, like that part of your life is over, I think that's like where the true grieving starts happening. I'm right in front of Taylor's Bakery, which is where my mom always bought her rolls for different holidays. They have the most delicious donuts and cakes. And in the window right now, they have all of these St. Patrick's Day cakes. You guys want to see Taylor's Bakery? I'll show you in just a second. But it's hard, you know? It's like, I don't know, you just get to the point where you're like, this is life, you know? Winter weather advisory, let's see. Winter weather advisory remains in effect from 1 a.m. Wednesday to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday. What? Snow expected. Total snow accumulations of 1 to 3 inches. 1 to 3 inches of snow is a snow advisory. Where Park, Putnam, Hendricks, Marion, and Hancock counties. We're Marion County. From 1 a.m. Wednesday to 1 a.m. Thursday. Impacts. Plan on slippery road conditions. The hazardous conditions could impact the Wednesday morning and evening commutes. 1 to 3 inches of snow. That's nothing. We probably won't even get any. And then it's like in the 40s, the upper 40s and 50s. What is that? Oh. I was looking at my friend's picture. I was like, who is that? And then as soon as I like scanned in on it, I was like, oh, I know, that's her good friend. He must have got a haircut. Okay. Let me show you Taylor's Bakery here. Can you see it? Look at all those St. Patrick's Day cakes. They open at 6:45 a.m. They're so good, so good. But they have like these rolls, and they're like dinner rolls. And so my aunt would always have my mom bring dinner rolls from Taylor's, and my mom would always complain about how expensive they are. She'd always be like, okay, I guess I'll bring them, but they're so expensive, right? But like, she didn't have to bring anything else because my aunt literally made everything, from the macaroni and cheese to the turkey to the mashed potatoes to everything. We won't even get started on the macaroni and cheese and that whole story, but my mom would go, well, what should I bring? And then she would say, because my mom always made deviled eggs, she'd say, well, deviled eggs, of course, and then the rolls, bring the rolls. And my mom would go, she would say, oh, okay, but they're so expensive. So for my mom's 60th birthday, Caroline and my Aunt Kathy and my mom and my ex and I, we went to Chicago. We all took my mom up there for her birthday. And we stayed at the W, Lakeshore and stuff. And we had a really good time. But anyway, at this one point, we were in this cab, and this is where the Frango Men story happened. If you haven't heard the Frango Men story, it's really funny. But anyway, so I got a box of Frango Men's from Marshall Tucker Band. Marshall Fields. And I loved Frango Men's back in the day. Somebody recently, like 2 months ago, like before Christmas, they bought me a box of Frango Men's online, and they sent them to me, and I literally like ate that thing over 4 days. They were so delicious. But anyway, so I had this box of Frango Mints, and I'm like sitting in the back, and Caroline's like, there wasn't enough room in the back of the cab, so Caroline's sitting in the front, and the rest of us were sitting in the back. And I said, does anybody want a Frango Mint? And everybody wanted one, so I gave one to everybody. And like 10 minutes, I think we were going to the Crate and Barrel outlet, like way out in we were going somewhere, I can't remember. So anyway, I said, because Caroline wanted to go to this Crate and Barrel outlet, I think that's where we were going. If you don't know what Crate and Barrel is, it's like the store. Well, we have them now in Indianapolis. We have one in Indianapolis, but back in the day, they only had it in Chicago, as far as I know. And it's a really cool household store. Get online and look up Crate and Barrel if you've never heard of it before. So anyway, it's kind of pricey, but they have some really cool stuff there. I would say it's a higher end IKEA, is kind of how it is. So anyway, you don't put this stuff together either. But I don't think you do. I've never seen anything at Crate and Barrel that you put together. But anyway, so about 10 minutes later, I said, I'm gonna have another Frango Man. I don't even think I said I'm gonna have another one. I said, does anybody else want another Frango Man? And Caroline turned around and she said, I'll have one. And my aunt goes, we have each had one, and one is enough for everyone. So that became like this huge like personal joke between all of us. Somebody is texting me, I have to see who it is. So it became like this huge personal joke between all of us. But anyway, when we were in this cab, like the whole weekend, my mother, like she wouldn't, she didn't want to pay for anything, you know, and she would say like, well, I guess I should, she would say, I think that I should probably pitch in a little bit or whatever, right? So in our family, this whole story of the roles is just like this hilarious joke, right? Because my mother, and she would take it very seriously, like anytime that somebody would like, you know, bring up something, she'd be like, well, I did buy the rolls for Christmas. My mom would say it because the rolls were like $20 at Taylor's Bakery. For like, they're expensive. It's like 20 rolls. It's like 6 rolls for $20 or something. So anyway, or I don't know how much, but it's expensive. So we were in the car and my mom kept on saying like, and Caroline's in the front seat and she's just looking ahead. She's not saying anything, right? And my mom's like, I mean, like you guys have all paid for the cab. Like I haven't paid for one cab yet. And like nobody says anything. My mom keeps on going on. Now if y'all think I'm a talker, like my mother could have done an easy 3-hour vlog. Lisa, don't think I didn't see your comment about how we're inching closer and closer to the 3-hour vlog. Damn it, Janet. I was gonna look and see what Deirdre said. So anyway, so my mom went on and she was like, I mean, you know, like I really feel like I should help, like even at least pitch in like $2 or $3. Have you ever been to in a cab in Chicago? I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. No matter where you go, it's about $20, right? So my mom just keeps on going, nobody's saying anything, and my mom's like, I mean, I would really like to help out, even if it's just like $1. She's not even going up to 5. She's just like $1, $2 or whatever. And Caroline turns around and she goes, just save it for the rolls. We were all so done with each other that day. We had like been on each other's nerves all day long. And Caroline goes, just save it for the rolls. My mom goes, oh, Caroline, I can't believe you'd speak to your aunt that way. I can't believe it, Caroline. Somebody asked me why I don't put my lip gloss on my top lip, because I was always taught, I will tell you, that the way that you put on lip gloss is like this. Now that's what I was taught, but I can, if you would like me. I do it sometimes. It just feels weird to me. And now I have too much of it on. Thank you, Mark Jacobs. Oh man. These girls are out to party for somebody's birthday tonight, you can just tell. Because there is nobody out in town tonight. It is dead. I need to pull in somewhere and see what Deirdre said. Deirdre. I said that weird, didn't I? She's probably like, I never thought he'd say my name so much in the video. I never thought I'd say your name at all, but she said something that really triggered my emotions. So we're about at the end of this little video clip here anyway, because I know when it stops at 23 and a half or 25 seconds or 23 something seconds or something. So anyway, I'm gonna pull in here in just a second once it stops, and then I will tell you what Deirdre said. I'm just gonna call her Deirdre from now on. Deirdre. Okay, I'm back. I had a girl and Deirdre was her name. Okay, this gas station that I'm at right now is called Rich's Marathon, or just Rich. Pay at the pump, unleaded. Anyway, they have the best fountain pops I've ever had in my entire life. And it's just this like little old place. Where is it, Deirdre? Tammy found this podcast name generator. I'm gonna have to look through those podcast names later. I looked through them and I was like, okay, kind of like these. Where is Deirdre's comment? I had a girl. So many of you said that you liked the end of the vlog, which means a lot to me. Thank you. I guess I'll keep it up. Deirdre. Oh, here it is. Oh! It wasn't even that big of a deal, but, okay, she said Lilith Fair, later on talking about that Climax album took me down the rabbit hole, ending with me listening to Atlantic Stars all way. Oh my God, I love that song so much. But yes, Deirdre, it was the Lilith Fair. Thank you so much. And then somebody else said it down here too. There was another person that said it. Where's the other person that said Lilith Fair? Angelia said, was it the Lilith Fair you talked about? I love Jewel too. Yes, it was. Oh wait, she said something about the Marat. What'd she say? All of my... One time was in the parking lot. Oh, did you live in Indianapolis? Tin Roof. This one goes out to Lauren. Tin Roof. Busted. Is it Tin Roof Busted or Tin Roof Rusted? I think it's Tin Roof Rusted, actually. I used to say Busted. Tin Roof Busted. Let's put it in and see what the song's. Tin Roof Busted. I mean, I know it's a Love Shack. Love Shack, yeah. Heading down the Atlanta highway. It's Tin Roof Rusted. Did you know that to some it means pregnant? A lyric from the B-52's hit song Love Shack, Tin Roof Rusted is interpreted by some to mean pregnant, usually with an unintended baby. I did not know that. I think I say Tin Roof Busted too. Tin Roof Busted. Tin Roof Rusted. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Get down on it. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance with your back up off the wall? I get every lyric to every song wrong that I sing, and I don't really care, Deirdre. I don't really care, Deirdre. It was the Lilith Fair. It was the Lilith Fair. And I think I have the album too, like the live version of the Lilith Fair. Not the album, but I think I had the CDs of it. CDs. I don't even have a CD player anymore in my car. How do you play CDs? Now I'm gonna have to get those things. Remember those things back in the day that you would like play a tape cassette so you could play the CD player in your car? I had that all like, do you remember I had that all like connected in my car? Oh my God, I saw something on the side of the road. It just reminded me of this. Tanya and I were coming, okay, so we were coming up off the ramp. If you like in Indianapolis, if you know what I'm talking about, in Noblesville, it goes up on 116th Street, okay? And we were coming up on the ramp tonight to go to the Fountain Coke place. It's called the gas station. But anyway, this thing was running across the road, and Tanya and I just kind of like sat there and looked at it. And first she goes, it was like probably 20 feet in front of me. She goes, is that a possum? I said, oh no ma'am, that is a rat. This rat, you guys, was literally about this big. Maybe bigger. It was one of the I think it is the biggest rat I have ever seen in my entire life. I said, Tanya, I said, my Lord, that's so scary. Did you see that rat? She was like, that couldn't have been a rat. That had to have been a possum. I said, Tanya, that was a rat. Did you see its tail? I mean, it was super scary. I couldn't believe it. Have you guys seen rats that big? Just like out, like I have never, like maybe in a movie or something, but I have never just like out in the world or nature or whatever seen a rat that big. I think I would lose my mind. Like, I'm not really weirded out by mice or rats or snakes. I mean, I don't want them crawling on me, but I'm not that weird about it. But I have to tell you that if I was like walking through a tunnel or I don't know, somewhere outside and that thing came in front of me, I think I'd probably I think I'd probably pass out and faint a million faints. I really do. I would lose my mind if I saw that thing. And you know what it would remind me of, or it reminds me of now too, is when we read the confessions of the Iceman Confessions or whatever that was called, about that Richard Kuklinski, that guy that was the contract killer for the mafia. Okay, that book starts with him getting paid, and I think it was an extra $10,000 if like he like showed the person how, or the person suffered when he died. And do you know what he did? He found this cave that had a bunch of rats in it, right? And he took this guy's clothes all off, and then he tied him up in this cave and put cameras up and recorded these rats eating him alive. Can you even, in your wildest nightmare, imagine that, oh my Lord, after I saw that thing tonight, I was like, oh my God, I could never. Oh my God. I didn't think I was that squeamish or weird about things like that, but when I saw that tonight, it was like just squirming along the road. I was like, oh, and I was in a car. There was no way for it to get me or anything. Kind of like freaked me out a little bit. Because you know what it made me think? It made me think like, how many of those like little animals and critters and stuff like that are all around and you don't even know it, right? Like they're in drain ditches and probably under your house and behind your house and all that kind of stuff. Freaks me out. That rat could probably take Boo or Tucker, I'm telling you. Well, not Boo Radley, he's the adventurer of the world. But I do, and I worry about coyotes too. Like I see coyotes at night. I mean, you know, in Indiana, listen, y'all, you should see how much wildlife you see in Indiana just driving through. I mean, you drive through Indianapolis, the city right here, banks and churches and strip malls and stuff. You'll see reindeer just standing, not reindeer, but you'll see deer just standing, you know, like right on the side of the road, like ready to cross the road. You see possum constantly and all kinds of stuff. I don't think I have ever seen a rat, but I will tell you what I do see a lot of. And Tanya's like, I don't know how you spot them. She's like, you spot them like nobody's business. But I see a lot of coyote. And these coyote are huge. And in Indianapolis, they're known for killing dogs. Because I always tell Alex, like, supposedly if you're outside and they can hear you, they won't come anywhere near a human. But I'm like, Alex, because we take our dogs out in the, you know, the dark sometimes. And I'm like, you have to stand right there with them. Like, because if they hear us, like, even if they just hear you breathing, apparently they supposedly won't come near your dogs. But it scares the hell out of me. Oh, man. How you gonna do it if you really don't want to dance? Back up off the wall. Boom. Boom. I'm in a good mood tonight. But I am awake. I'm awake. Are you awake? I've never been so awake. Do you know what that's from? That's from Thelma and Louise. I hadn't eaten today, and then you want to know what I had for dinner? So healthy. I had like those little, you know, peanut butter and cheese cracker deals. There's like 6 of them in there. I got those little sandwich things. I got one of those, and then I had my orange juice, and then I got 2 Reese's cups. Well, I mean, 1 package, but like 2 little Reese's cups in there, you know, just the regular kind, not the king size or anything. That was my fantastic dinner of getting healthy. Are y'all scared about this coronavirus? Like, you know, I wasn't really getting scared about it until they started talking more and more and more about it, and we're traveling quite a bit in the next month too, you know, like I'm going to Phoenix, he's going to San Diego, we're going to Miami. Like, I'm starting to get a little freaked about it. The more people are talking about it, I guess I don't really know a whole lot about it. I need to maybe research a little bit and educate myself. Are there ways to protect yourself without wearing a mask? I am so excited to go to Arizona. Mel and I are going to have such a good time. Look at my hair, my nice hair. I actually think that Nana shampoo kind of sparkled my hair up a little bit. I really liked it. Oh, no. Scratch that. It's not Nana shampoo, it's Nana shower gel. That's what I used. I used just, Alex has this, what did I use tonight? Oh, you know what? I used the Blue Malvo shampoo. That's kind of funny, isn't it? That I said it was like kind of like sparkly, and I used that shampoo that I said I don't like. I used the Blue Malvo shampoo, and then I used the volumizing conditioner that Alex had. But yeah. How you gonna do it if you really don't want to dance? And the Nana is shower gel, and it smells so good. And then I have that lotion on top. I haven't been to an Applebee's in forever. Have you? Do you guys like Applebee's? I like Applebee's. I mean, it's good for like, it's not a super expensive night out. They have those 2 for $20s I think are a fantastic deal. You ever had those 2 for $20? You get like, you can share like an appetizer, and then you get 2 entrees, and then your fountain drinks or your sodas or whatever. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so I went to Noodles and Company, you know, last night or the night before, and do you know what they have there? I couldn't believe it because I just said I didn't get it. I got a vanilla root beer. I always get vanilla root beer when I go to those. Do you know those machines that have like 1,000 fountain pops on them? Okay, it's my dream to have one of those in my house one day. But anyway, do you know what I'm talking about? Those like 1,000 soda drinks dispensers. They had the ginger Sprite in there. I could not believe it. Because I had just said, that thing's not really a fountain pop machine though. I mean, it is, but it's like a new age. It's like new agey. It's like new technology. You know what I'm saying? It's just all so technological. But I would love to have one of those things in my house. Oh my God, to have it on the side of my refrigerator, I'd about die if I had one of those. No, seriously, I do. I talk about this all the time. I'm like, it would be so fantastic. I'm sure there's somebody out there that has a fountain pop machine in their house. There have to. There has to be at least one person out there. But I think it would be so much fun to have that, don't you? But then, I mean, like, you'd have to have all this stuff to hook it up and all that kind of stuff, whatever, you know? If my friends came over, I'd make them pay me 89 cents for a fountain pop. I would. I'd say, listen, you get your own fountain pop machine at your house, but ours are 89 cents. You can get your styrofoam cup right there. Oh, man. Do you guys drink Big Red? I never do, but I always crave it. But like, I always think to myself, oh, it's so bad for me. And I'm like, well, how is it really any worse for me than like Dr. Pepper? It probably isn't, you know? But I'm just like, oh, I think it's because my mom back in the day, I'd always want to get red cream soda or like red pop, right? And my mom would go, oh, it's just all sugar. Yeah, because those juice boxes that you used to give us back in the day, y'all remember those juice boxes? Now, we didn't have real juice boxes. I wanted those Capri Suns. Oh my God. When those Capri Suns came out, you know, like the little packages and you poke the straw on the side of it. I always wanted those Capri Suns because I would go to my friends' houses and my friends, their moms always had the Capri Suns. My mother was too cheap. She was like, no. In the summer, we had those barrels. Do you remember those juice barrels that were really just like sugar water? And then on the top it had like the aluminum, and you peel the aluminum back. Friends, okay, this was so funny though. Like, I was so embarrassed because we came over to my friend's house, but my friends loved those drinks. They always thought it was so cool. But I wanted the Capri Suns, you know? The Capri Suns were like where it was at. Nobody wanted those busted drinks that my mom was giving away. She didn't. I didn't want them, that's for sure. But she would always be like, oh no. She was like, it's too much sugar in these other drinks. And then she wanted to give me those barrels. Those sugar water barrels. And she thought she was doing something healthy because they were juice. Yeah, right. There was no juice in that. Or Tang. Oh my God. We used to drink Tang like it was going out of style. My mom would whip up a big pitcher of Tang, and she'd say, do you want juice? No, juice was what came in my mom's screwdrivers. Oh my God, look at this long line for, do I really want a Diet Coke? I don't want a Diet Coke that bad. I'm not waiting in this line at McDonald's. Oh my gosh. That Tang was horrible. And it always was kind of foamy on the top. Do you remember like, oh my God, this is totally like Tony and I driving around talking about this stuff. But do you remember when you would make like, my mom would make like, okay, people always talk about sun tea today and like what a big deal like sun tea is, you know, like iced tea that you make out in the sun. But my mom always made sun tea, and she would make it like in glass jars, but she would also make it like, you know, in containers, and she'd put like, you know, 10 tea bags or whatever in it, and that's how she made sun tea. And you just put it out in the, I mean, like you literally put it out in the sun, right? And I remember she'd always be like, it's sun tea. Like that was a big thing. But it really kind of was a big thing compared to what your other alternative was if you wanted tea. Because the other alternative was Lipton. This is so funny because I was just talking about instant. Does anybody drink instant anything anymore? Your other option was to drink Lipton instant iced tea, which, do you remember, you would take like a spoon of it and you would mix it in a glass, and it always had like that foam at the top of it, and the foam would get in the ice. Do you remember that? And it would like coat the ice, and then you would taste it, and it tasted just like the mix, and it was so gross, and nobody wanted it. I was like, that was so gross. I've never been like a really big iced tea person. Like every once in a while I crave it. Like now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of craving it, like a bottle of it. But like I'm not a big like iced tea fan. I have friends of mine that literally, like every time we go to dinner, they're like iced tea, iced tea. I mean, they are like, and they're like, they'll tell you where the best like sweet iced tea is. Is that what it's called? Sweet tea. They'll tell you where the best sweet tea is, the best this, the best, I mean, they know everything about it. My good Judy and I, okay, this was right before my mom passed away, a couple weeks before, well, the week before, 2 weeks before, we went out there 2 weeks before, but we got back the week before my mom passed away. We went to Las Vegas, and we were out there, and we were sitting by the pool, and she ordered an Arnold Palmer, and I didn't, she's my friend in recovery, and I didn't know what an Arnold Palmer was, and I said, girl, and she goes, what? And I go, are you sure you want to do that? And she was like, what are you talking about? And I said, are you sure you want to order an Arnold Palmer? Like, I had no idea what an Arnold Palmer was. For those of you that don't know either, okay, an Arnold Palmer is half lemonade and half iced tea. I don't love them, but I'll drink them. So anyway, she was like, yeah, what's wrong? And I go, okay. I said, I'm just, you know, I thought it was like loaded in alcohol. And then she told me what was in it, and I felt like the biggest idiot in the world. I didn't know what it was. I was all worried that my friend was going to get drunk by the pool. What was I going to do about it? I wish they would change some of these billboards that I have to drive around and look at every night. I'm so tired of it. And I wish I could figure out the heat in this car. I'm getting ready to, ooh, that gravel pit or whatever is over here, this refinery, it stinks so bad. I wonder if that person ever found out if they decided they were going to go to the Sybaris or not. The Romanical Chalets. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Hold on. The Romanical Chalets of the world over here at the Sybaris. I've known so many people that have gone to that thing. Where is it? I don't even see it now. If that gate is up, I'm gonna drive back in there. I'm gonna see I'm gonna see all the Romanicals. Here it is. I'm coming up on it right now. Because here's Lover's Lane where you can go in, and you can get lingerie and things like that. But if you're gonna get lingerie and toys and all that stuff, don't go to Lover's Lane. Use my Adam and Eve code Peter for 50% off. Here it is right here. Is it open? Is the gate open? No, but somebody's at the gate right now. My Lord, they're going in there to have all kinds of romantics. I think it'd be kind of fun. They have like pools that have slides and stuff down. Don't you think that'd be kind of fun? I'm hungry for fried rice. I don't know why. Oh man. I kind of went a real weird way tonight. Like, I mean, I go this way a lot, but like I just like how I started it tonight was weird. The sky is over there. What did they say? My dad used to say to me, red in the morning, sailors take warning. Red at night, sailors delight. It's like, well, I mean, it's cloudy, so you can't really see, but maybe it's just something that's making the sky look red over there. I was thinking about doing this video on my review channel, like going through like all the sponsorships I've ever done, and like if I still stand behind those products, which I don't even really remember. all the products that I've reviewed or had sponsored on my channel, but I know I've never taken a sponsorship that I didn't believe in, because that's like really important to me. But like of like the last couple years, the ones I've done, did I take it out? They actually reached out to me to do another one, and I was going to, and I keep on forgetting to get back to these people. I don't think it's in here. I think I took it off and put it in the house. But it's the, I don't even think I have a code with them anymore. But it's the Jode watches. It's spelled J-O-R-D, that wood watch. I have never in my life, it's the most comfortable watch I've ever had. I have never in my life received more compliments on any, is it there? Do I have it? No, I can't tell if that's it or not. I don't want to bring all this stuff out. I feel like I took it out and I think it's on the kitchen counter at home. But I have never in my life received more compliments on a watch. And I've had that watch for 2 or 3 years. 3 years. I love that watch. The other thing is the Helix mattress that Alex and I actually did an unboxing for on my channel back in the day. That mattress is hands down the most comfortable mattress I've ever slept in, with the exception of maybe the Jewel Hotel that we just stayed in Dallas. That mattress was incredible. But even still, like this one, like we came home and we're like, oh my God, this mattress is so comfortable. We love our mattress. I am such a believer in those foam mattresses. But I can only speak to the Helix one because that's the only one that we've had. And then Scentbird, I did a Scentbird sponsorship on my Peter Monn channel today. So this is not sponsored, but with code PETER30, all caps, you get 30% off your first item, which makes it $10. And I have to tell you, I totally love that Scentbird stuff. And here's the thing, like if you travel a lot, or if you just go to somebody, like if you're going out of town for the weekend, or going over to your boyfriend or girlfriend's house for the night, it's perfect, right? Because you can always like just keep one in your car, or keep one in your purse or your backpack or whatever. Because like Tanya, whenever she gets in here, she's always like, do you have any perfume or cologne? She always asks me for it. And so it's nice to just have it. But with traveling, you know, you can't take anything that's over 3 ounces of liquid on the plane, and they're perfect. They're perfect for traveling, and I don't ever worry about them because they're in the little compartment. I don't ever worry about them leaking or anything like that. It's fantastic. I swear by them for traveling. And then, of course, the Adam and Eve code. I mean, I totally believe in that. Like, there's all kinds of stuff. It was at the end. There's all kinds of stuff on there that you can go get and be romantical. So with that, this is not sponsored either, but with code PETER, you get 50% off your first item and free shipping and handling in the US and Canada. So go check out Adam and Eve and use code PETER and buy all your romanticals over there. And then, what's the other one? Oh my God, that Manscaped razor I love. I'm getting ready to do another one with them. That razor is fantastic for traveling too, because I always trim my beard before I go, but then this grows out, and so I need something to like line it up, and it's fantastic for that. I mean, plus for your nether regions as well. Somebody asked me, they're like, do you think like if it works on guys not getting cut, because it's supposedly like does not cut your, you know, down there's, then it wouldn't cut women too. And I don't know, because I'm not a woman obviously, but I swear by that razor. And the other thing I love about it is that it's USB charged. So all you have to do is carry a little USB charger thing with it, which, I mean, I carry for everything anyway, right? And so you just plug it into your computer or the wall socket, you know, if you have like a little charger for the wall, for the USB. It charges really quickly too. Like my Braun razor, it takes like hours. Like I sometimes have to charge it overnight, but the Manscaped one charges in like probably less than an hour, and it's fully charged. I really want something to drink, but I don't want to go into this McDonald's and the line is still super long. And I don't want to go into Taco Bell either because I don't like their fountains. Why is their line so long? Oh my God, their line went real short at McDonald's. I could go in there now and get something. And God knows I don't want the rallies. You can get 2 for $6 Whoppers. Did you know that at Burger King right now? You better get over there and get you one. Do you ever, like, somebody says something to you and you, like, never forget it for, like, your whole life and you don't know why it's that one thing? Okay. When I was getting my master's degree, where I worked, the treatment center, they created a position for me to keep me on because I didn't want to leave and they didn't want to lose me. So they created this position, and my position was that I was the liaison between the treatment program and the Department of Correction. So I worked with judges and probation officers and parole officers. It was probably one of the best jobs I've ever had in my entire life. And I traveled all over Indiana, and this is where I really fell in love with audiobooks. And I did assessments and valuations to decide if people were appropriate for treatment and things like that. And I went to all parts of the Department of Corrections, probation departments, all this kind of stuff. I got to know so many people. It was such a great job. And I would drive, like, all over. I've talked about this on here before. The Shamrock Shake is out. Can I just tell you? I think I reviewed it last. Savor that. But now they have an Oreo Shamrock Shake. But, like, I would drive from Indianapolis to, like, Gary, Indiana, or Fairmount, Indiana, or Grant County, which is Fairmount, I think. It's also Marion. Gary, Indiana, Gary. That's from the Music Man. But anyway, and then I would have to drive, you know, like, somewhere else, and what is that? The cap to something, I don't know what. But you know, like, I would drive all over, and so I remember this other woman, well, we were young at that point, she had done assessments as well, and but it had only been, like, part of her job. And so I remember when I very first started doing it, she was like training me to do it. She had kind of like a southern accent. She was real sweet. I wonder where she is now. She had actually ended up going to work for the Department of Corrections. She worked as, like, a counselor, and I wonder where she ended up going. I wonder where she is now. But anyway, she was tough as nails. She was so funny. And I remember I said to her, like, because I was, like, you know, real young and I didn't really know where to, I was at the time, I would have been 25, 26, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and I'm, like, real nervous. This was before I had gone out on my first one. Yeah, can I get a large Dr. Pepper, please?
Yeah, for you?
No, that's it.
109, please.
And I was, like, real nervous and whatever, and she's like, honey, she was like, I could see her. She was like, honey, she was like, you just go up there, you do the little evaluation, you decide, because we were all trained in doing this special kind of, the evaluations back then were called sassy evaluations. And she was like, honey, she was like, you go up there, she was like, you do the evaluation, you do the assessment, you call it into our supervisor, you run it by her, see what she thinks, you sit there, you tell the probation officer or the parole officer or the judge that you're gonna come home or come back here and write up a report and have them approve it. And she's like, then she's like, you did your job for the day. She's like, you stop and get you a little sandwich or something. She said that. She was like, said it like 3 times. She's like, you just stop and get you a little sandwich. Just a little sandwich. You know, you stop, you roll through Wendy's or McDonald's and get you a little sandwich or something like that. I remember her saying that. To this day, I remember she was so funny. How are you?
How are you?
Good. Thank you so much. Have a good one. But anyway, she was so funny. She had this shorty little blonde perm. It was like all real tight on her head. She used to drink one of those huge. Oh my God, she used to bring the best donuts and stuff into work. I so should not tell this story. Yeah, I probably shouldn't tell that story. Do you ever want to tell a story so bad? And it's like, it doesn't even matter. It was like, I mean, literally, it was 22 years ago. It doesn't matter. I'm not telling it. But anyway. She was really nice to me. She trained me. Just fantastic. We had so much fun together, working all of us together back in the day. I have a little bit of Creed in here. In my sample bag, look at this. I have these little samples. Is this the Creed? Yep, this is it. Oh, damn it, it's my turn, and I don't have my Creed on yet. Sorry, I'm putting cologne on. How are you? He didn't care. He was like, I don't care. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Put it in my beard a little bit. People are like, ah, you're putting it on your beard. Nobody can see my skin. My skin could rot under my beard. Nobody would care. But you know what? I smell good now. She is in a hurry. When we were in Dallas, I would, when we were in Dallas, I would go, oh no, get in front of the Uber. I would, because Neiman Marcus was right next to us, I would go into Neiman Marcus in the morning and I would go to the Creed counter. I was real honest with the ladies. The first, I went to one area and they were real rude to me, but the other area that was like all the colognes, these two women were so nice to me. They started laughing. They're like, honey, take as much of it as you want. But anyway, I would go up there and I just sprayed and sprayed and sprayed because I couldn't bring my Creed with me on the plane. Because, see, that's why you want to get the Scent Bird. Because the Scent Bird, you can take cologne with you. Well, I took those little samples this time. And I took the Scent Bird Burberry is what I took this last time. But I wanted different scents. And I always would pick the Creed. And since we were at Neiman Marcus, why not? I sprayed so much on me. I was like, I hope I smell like it for the rest of the weekend. But anyway, I said, I wear this at home, but I couldn't. They looked at me like they were like, yeah, whatever. But they didn't even care. I was like, I wear this at home, but I just couldn't bring the bottle because, of course, I tell them the whole life story. Do you ever do that? I said, I wear this at home, but I couldn't bring the bottle on the plane because, you know, it's bigger than 3 ounces. And she just looked at me like I was crazy. And then she was like, honey, you do what you want. They did not care. Oh, that tastes so good. I'm in a good mood tonight. I'm in a really good mood tonight. It's been a good day. I've been listening to a lot of my audiobook. Got to see my good Judy. Got spiritual at the meeting tonight. We talked about inventory. Oh, that cologne smells so good. And, yeah, I just had a great day today. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. Bow, chicka, bow, bow, bow. Do you ever read something and you don't understand what it means? Like a billboard or something, and it'll say something, and it doesn't really make sense to you, and you're like, but you know it made sense to the person that wrote it. I'm talking more about like the church signs. You know what I'm talking about? When it says something like, well, I don't know, something religious, but you have to like try to figure out like, you know, and then you're like, you know it made sense to the person that like put it up there. You sit there and look at it forever. That's me. I live in a constant state of amazement, I think. Things confuse me all the time. Like at Dunkin' Donuts, why would you keep your Valentine's Day drinks up there even one day after Valentine's Day? Like, I understand that people will continue to buy them. Like, I'm not stupid. I mean, I know that. But Valentine's Day is over. I guess it's the same way that I feel about, like, Christmas drinks after Christmas is over. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Yes, I understand why people do it, because they'll still sell. But why? Like, why do it? You know what I mean? I'm so silly. It just doesn't matter, does it? Do you know what I don't see? Well, maybe it's because it's winter. I was gonna say, you know what I don't see along here anymore very much are those birdie things. Those, do you remember I used to always see them and I would show them on here? Now watch, as soon as I say this, I'll see one. Those little scooter things or whatever they're called. You remember people would just like leave them on the side of the road and I would show you guys in the vlogs? They would just like, they're always in front of apartment complexes. Like somebody just be like, well, I'm home. Here we go, leave it right here. I think they're called birds or birdies or something. When we were in Dallas, people were using them everywhere and they are really fast. People were like going crazy on those things. I thought somebody was gonna hit me on one of them. Oh, well listen you guys, I think I am going to get off here now. It is so hot in this car. It's like I turn the heat down. I have it all the way down to like one little thing and on 72 and it feels like the cookies are not. It is hot. I am going to get off here now. So, creaky Halloween door. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most out of your day. Do something really fun today. Do something relaxing. Take care of yourself. Remember, you cannot take care of other people if you aren't first taking care of yourself. You can't love others if you don't love yourself first. So make sure that you're doing things to take care of yourself throughout the day. And, you know, being kind to yourself and compassionate to yourself and gentle to yourself. Do something today that will make yourself proud when you look back on today, 5 or 10 years from now. So do something today that when you think to yourself, okay, I'm gonna be proud of myself down the road when I look back on this decision that I made or this action that I took today in my life. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you say, I love you. You are valuable, you are important, you matter, you are worthy of good things, you are beautiful, you are handsome, you are funny, you are talented. Today is going to be an amazing day, full of opportunities, full of good times and laughter with your friends. And 2020 is your year. It's gonna be an amazing year this year. So many good things are gonna happen and all kinds of opportunities are gonna come your way. It's gonna be the best year yet. And most importantly, make sure that you pass it on to somebody else and let them know how important they are to you. I did practice this today because it was also my Peterisms meditation for the day. So when Tanya and I were driving to the meeting today, I told her because it was about gratitude for people in our lives, so it was my Peterisms meditation. So I talked to her about how grateful I am for her. And, you know, I think sometimes, like I was telling her this, I think sometimes it's harder to tell the people that we're closest with in our lives how much they mean to us. We can say, I love you, hey, I love you, and oh, I love you, whatever. But to really sincerely just stop and say, I just want you to know how much you mean to me. And I don't know, you know, how I would have gotten through my life without you. To those around us, I think is important because I think sometimes those are the people that don't hear it enough and we should be saying it to them more. So maybe today pick somebody really close to you and let them know how much they mean to you. Somebody that needs to hear it, that we don't say it enough to, you know? Sometimes the people that we take the most for granted are the people that are closest to us in our lives. I know I do that as well. And, oh, she's like slowing down. I was like, is she looking over here? So we need to do a better job of that, I think, all of us, including myself. You know, me first, I need to, you know, do a better job of treating the people closest to me, you know, as I need to treat them the best, right? Like of all the people in my life, and not take them for granted and let them know how much they mean to me every single day. And also practice random acts of kindness and don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. I was just telling you about my good Judy when I said to her as an example, okay, as an example. Don't, just practice random acts of kindness and don't tell anybody. Just do it, right? Because you're a good person, you're a nice person. You don't do it for the pats on the back. You do it just because we're trying to improve our inner selves of who we are. And yeah, so I think that's it. I love you guys, and thank you for watching. Put a big blue heart. Put a blue heart. There's only one size that you can put, right? Put a blue heart in the comment section below if you made it this far. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. For those of you that like when I do the very extra little I love you, I just want to say a very small, but from my heart, I love you just for you. Bye. Love you.